What's up, guys? Iceman here. So there was actually a patch. In fact, in my last video that I recorded, you saw me exit that video very quickly because actually my game crashed. And then when I came back on, there was a patch to download. I don't know if that patch is what has to do with what seems to be a change in this Molten Strike skill, but it might have been. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. Now, some of you toads want me to max this shit, and I'm really worried, man, that's going to be a waste of fucking points. Oh, damn. You have some handouts? Deal! Buzzer have some handouts? Okay, so nonetheless, yeah, but I know some of you guys are like, just pump that dumb as fuck skill up, you toad. But here's my concern, alright? Let me show you this. I think this is fucking bullshit. You see that damage? It gains 10 fucking damage per level? A fire damage? 10 to max, 10 to minimum. It's been consistent. Adding 10 to max and 10 to minimum fire damage per level. That's really fucking low. And I know that you guys know this. I mean, in hell, half the motherfuckers are immune to fire anyway. And if they're not, they have like a 60-75% fire resist. So you're doing like a couple hundred damage to a max with fire if you max this shit out. As far as I can tell so far, man, it's been consistent as to how it scales. Alright, so per level, you don't gain shit. You gain 10% AR and 10 to minimum and max fire damage. So I'm thinking the primary damage dealer in this skill isn't that shitty fire damage you get per level. I think that probably counts next to nothing. But it's nearly entirely reliant on a very high damage physical weapon, which is why you can make these with Breath of the Dying and other shit. Because it deals 85% of your weapon damage, which really sucks. I don't know why it has to have a nerf like that. Because this bitch is going to suck. Converts 80% physical damage to elemental damage, which someone in the comments made mention that that means the elemental damage is fire damage, because it's a fire skill. So, I'll show you what it does, alright? It looks like it's been improved a little bit. Watch. See that? I mean, it still fucking sucks. Holy shit, this skill sucks. Look at this. The fuck? It's not even shooting out the little fireballs. You see that? How... So that's what it does. And my charge strike is just obliterating shit. I don't see that happening with this because you get 10 damage per level. That's fucking bullshit. And like I said, I mean, you get 10% extra damage per level from Fend. There's one synergy, and the one synergy that there is gives you a minimalistic 10% fire damage per level to this already shitty damage you get per level. I don't want to max this shit. I'd worry I'd come out as a fucking dumbass for maxing that shit. And I already fucked this character up. The fact that I was optimistic, and I should have known better. In fact, I don't know who it was, but in my game I was like, yeah, I'm going to go Molten Strike and Charge Strike, I'm kind of thinking, just to see what this new skill's like. Hopefully there's some potential in it. And then the guy was like, oh, Iceman, you know it's going to be shit. And I was like, yeah. It really is going to be shit, isn't it? Turns out it is. Now, I know you dogs want me to max that shit and thinking it's going to, like... It ain't doubling the damage per level. Look at this. It ain't doubling the damage per level, man. That's fucking bullshit. This is how it's been ever since level 1. It gains about 10 min and 10 max damage. And that's not going to be shit. So I'm thinking that's just like Blades of Ice, where it just gives you a little bit of cold damage per level of base cold damage. but its primary damage dealer in Blades of Ice is how it converts your physical damage to cold. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that's kind of how this works. But it's going to suck, because it's not like Blades of Ice in that it just shoots a ton of shards of blades at once that can hit all sorts of enemies around you. It's not like that. Let me show you something else really fucked up about this skill. Okay, so here's Charge Strike, okay? Now, Charge Strike hits every time, and that's godly. As you can see here, it doesn't even have attack rating right there. But of course, Molten Strike does not. It's reliant on AR. So you would think, okay, it's reliant on AR, so maybe because it has that defect that Charge Strike does not have, maybe it excels in other areas. But no, it doesn't excel in damage from what I found. But watch this. So here's Charge Strike. I'll hold shift and I'll attack. She ain't hitting shit, so it doesn't cost any mana. Now watch this. I'll have Molten Strike now, and I'll do the same damn thing. Watch my mana pot. Look at that. Mana is going bye-bye real fucking quick. So you're going to run out of mana. Just missing shit, you're going to run out of mana. Yeah, see, I missed once right there. I'll probably miss again. I have mana per kill, fortunately. But that's just kind of annoying, because sometimes with how laggy Diablo 2 can be, sometimes you're swinging at nothing on accident, you know what I mean? So you're just going to be wasting a bunch of mana. Sometimes you kill a monster and you swing again. I mean, you're just going to... I don't know why it does that. You know, is there some more sort of mechanic issue? But I think that should be fixed. You know, how about the skill only costs mana if it actually strikes? Because the thing is, when you miss them, when you miss the enemy, I'm not going to miss them much because I'm pretty high level for this area now. It still costs the mana, and it doesn't even show its molten effect. It doesn't even do it. Like, I just hit right there, you see that? And she costs mana, and there wasn't even the molten effect. But, yeah, I think the skill has improved a little bit, see? Because it's actually doing something now. Conway and I were tossing around ideas. Because I was telling him, I was like, hey, man, this skill fucking sucks right now. I just want you to know that, because I know you're going into it. Because he made an Amazon, and he was like level 20 when I talked to him. You got to be 24 to use this skill. Oh, I'm in normal. No wonder why she's hitting everything. Whatever, we're gonna bell. So, yeah, I was trying to kind of let him down easy, you know what I mean? Because when I came into it, I was kind of excited about this skill, but I was like, hey, I don't know, this skill kind of sucks. It's not doing shit for me, and it scales like shit from what it seems so far. But then they had this little fix, it seems, where it's actually doing something now. But yeah, like I said, the damage is still horrible. But maybe its potential is in that it just converts the damage to elemental. But of course, this elemental is going to be fire, which a lot of the enemies are immune to fire in hell, or highly resistant to it. But that's okay, you know, maybe this will be decent. But Conway made mention, he was like, oh, okay, that's fine, because I'm going to max Lightning Fury first anyway. And I was like, huh. I was like, damn, that's a good idea, because check this out. Lightning Fury, I should have done this. Now I'm kind of wanting to respec, and I'm curious what you guys have to say about that. Lightning Fury only has one synergy. It's Lightning Bolt. So usually what you do then is, if you want, you can go Charge Strike, but now Charge Strike and Lightning Fury no longer synergize one another in Path of Diablo. So you're not really obligated to pump into both of them at all. So this might have some potential. The fact that this is now fire and physical damage, you could have on switch maybe a big spear, if it works out okay. And then Lightning Fury on switch with a shield, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of looking to do this, but I'll probably just have Molten on left click, and then Lightning Fury on right click, and just use a shield. And Titan's Revenge is kind of what I'm hoping for, but I don't know. It depends on how the damage is with that. I'd be told to get a max damage per level roll of Titan's Revenge with the Corruption mod, and then up them into Matriarchal Javelins. That would be told. Because it'll do some damage, you know. It's still quite minimal, especially compared to two-handed weapons. Two-handed spears, but there's just, you know, you lose a lot when you go without the shield. especially if you're playing hardcore. And I know Conway, I think is playing hardcore. So for those folks who are playing hardcore, you might want to try that method. You know, Titan's Revenge, up it, get the max damage mod, and try this. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how this works out. Because that could have some potential, I'm thinking, just for fun at least. I'm thinking maybe you could do Hell Chaos like this, where you max Lightning Fury, you max its synergy, and then you can max Molten Strike and its synergy, and you still have some skill points left over. And you have 2 maxed out skills with their synergies maxed out of different element types. So it's an alternative to going the Poison Java route, which I can't stand that route, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I don't like that poison thing. Because the single target just fucking sucks. Unless if you're like putting facets on her, or you're using triangle gloves, which I hate wearing those on the Javazon. They don't have any IAS. You could slam them for 10, but it's still shit compared to anything else. So it might be kind of interesting to try that, but I just a little disappointed in this skill. I was expecting it to like actually shoot boulders all over the fucking place, and you can barely even see them. And it has a very small area of effect. But those 2 things bother me. How per level it doesn't do much, but maybe that's a good thing in the end. I don't know. It's yet to be determined, I think, because the Blades of Ice Assassin, I like it how it barely does shit per level. Because it just gives you some shitty cold damage, but yet it's a 1-point wonder. I always have it with my Assassin on the left click generally, because you can easily kill anything that's not cold immune with it. So I was hoping it'd be something similar to that. But so far it's not really turning out to be that way. But let me know what you dogs think about it in the comments below. Because it really wasn't doing shit in Nightmare. But yeah, as you can see, it's doing okay right now. But yeah, the fact that when you miss, it costs mana too, that kind of sucks. And just the fire damage per level seems to be really low. But let me know if you guys have experimented with it any further. It's kind of fun to have a new Javazon skill, and this could add for more, you know, solutions to running different areas now. Because you're a Javazon who can do Lightning Fury and also do Molten Boulder, fire and physical right there. So I might mess with that, but I'm considering just rolling to Boson and going with my initial plan, which was, you know, try to go this ladder as a Boson, even early on, and get to Hell as a Boson, because it'll have all sorts of challenges in that. Because it's tempting to just go Javazon, but on the other hand, I might do that, because then I can have Molten Strike, like I said, Molten Strike and Lightning Fury. Because right now I'm doing Charge Strike, and I didn't want to be just Charge Strike Zon, you know what I mean? I wasn't planning on doing that, this ladder. But that's kind of what it's come to right now, because this Molten Strike just isn't cutting it. But it's actually doing alright in this area, probably because I'm hitting them easy. It's just hard to compare it to Charge Strike for running early in the game, because Charge Strike hits everything. And Molten, you know, as you're trying to push through Nightmare and Hell, I can just see how it's going to happen. The shit is going to suck for AR. And even if it does hit, it doesn't seem like it's going to compare at all to what Charge Strike has to offer. Not to say Charge Strike is too powerful, it's just Molten really fucking sucks so far, is what it seems. But let me know if you guys have any experience with it. And yeah, it's maybe it has some potential, like I said, I don't know. But there it is, showcased right there. And as you can see, the little boulders blast around a little bit. I thought maybe it should have had a slightly greater area of effect with more boulders shooting out. It's strange how half the time I don't even see any boulders coming out of this thing. So I don't know what's going on with that. See, very small area of effect. This guy was right next to him and it didn't even hit him. The one that I just killed, but yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you guys think I should go Lightning Fury / Molten Strike and just try to max both of those skills and both their synergies? Or should I just re-roll to Boson right now? Alright, let me know in the comments below. Shit, I'll show you her gear real quick. It's actually not a bad damage polearm. Maybe Ishmael needs that. I know he needed one. At this point, he probably doesn't. Ooh, run walk. Okay, so we'll do Ort Sol. Got Lorna. This will be nice, especially if I go Lightning Fury. This sounds really nice for Lightning Fury. Because you need those skills early on, and then it has the 2 mana per kill. Found these nice Javas. Doing a battle run, these things dropped. Finally, you have some mana leech. Amulet. Poor man's Nagel ring. Mana per kill ring. This will be really nice to go with the lore now. I traded a Sal rune for 3-part Saigons. Someone in the chat made mention of it, so I joined up and we traded. Yeah, and apparently lobby chat is available right now in Path of Diablo, so that was kind of nice to see that available again. Stealth armor, don't really need it for this character. It's great for casters, of course, but I just wanted some run walk. And this shield for resist. So yeah, let me know what you dogs think about that. Which route do you think I should go? Appreciate you guys for supporting me as you have. Yeah, the ladder just reset on August 14th. That was 2 days ago. So thank you to my patrons for supporting me as you have. Here's a little board with your names on it. Appreciate you guys. And if you want to become a patron, click the link in the description below. May the Creator bless you guys and keep you. So yeah, I'm going to go forward with this Amazon. It's been a damn good time, man. So get up on Path of Diablo. The ladder just reset, like I said. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace be with you.